If you rarely go on dates, psychology suggests there may be specific personality patterns behind that choice. And no, it does not automatically mean you are broken or antisocial. The real psychology behind avoiding dates ranges from emotional maturity to situational anxiety. Understanding which pattern applies to you can completely change how you see yourself. Dating culture has become so normalized that opting out often raises eyebrows. People assume you must have commitment issues or fear intimacy. But social psychology paints a far more nuanced picture. Research shows that people who do not date tend to fall into 5 distinct psychological patterns. Once you recognize which one fits you, the confusion often disappears. The first pattern is exceptionally high self-sufficiency. Many people who do not date have already built deeply fulfilling lives. You are not avoiding dates because you are incomplete. You are avoiding them because you already feel whole. You have meaningful friendships that nourish you. You have hobbies and interests that genuinely excite you. You have routines that bring stability and peace. Dating is not a missing piece. It would need to be worth disrupting the life you have carefully created. This is not fear of intimacy. It is standards. Psychologists call this integrated autonomy. You have reached a level of independence that many people spend years chasing. The second pattern is immunity to social pressure. Society treats dating like a mandatory milestone. Family members ask when you are settling down. Friends try to set you up. Dating apps create the illusion that everyone is constantly pairing off. But if you do not date, you have likely questioned that narrative. You have realized that romantic timelines are not universal. You understand that happiness does not come with a deadline. This is not rebellion for the sake of rebellion. It is critical thinking. You have observed enough relationships to know that partnership does not guarantee fulfillment. Research shows that people who resist social pressure around dating report higher life satisfaction. You are not missing out. You are opting out intentionally. The third pattern is a preference for depth over volume. Modern dating often operates on a numbers game. Swipe more, meet more, talk to more people. It can feel exhausting and shallow. If you avoid dating, you may reject this entire structure. You would rather invest in a few profound connections than dozens of surface-level ones. You would rather spend time in meaningful conversation than engage in small talk with strangers. This is not antisocial behavior. It is selective investment. Psychologists have found that people who avoid casual dating often score higher on relational depth. Your emotional energy goes where it has already proven value. Dating feels like gambling, that energy on unknown outcomes, and you are not interested in that risk. The fourth pattern involves dating-specific social anxiety. This is different from general shyness or introversion. You might feel completely comfortable around close friends. You might thrive in familiar environments, but the idea of sitting across from a stranger for an hour feels overwhelming. The pressure to perform can feel intense. You worry about awkward silence. You worry about being judged. You worry about not measuring up. Psychologists describe this as evaluative anxiety. Dates carry an unspoken assessment dynamic. It can feel like a job interview for your personality. This anxiety does not mean you lack social skills. It often stems from perfectionism or past experiences of rejection. Research shows that dating-specific anxiety is common and treatable. Some people work through it with gradual exposure. Others choose alternative ways of meeting people that feel less pressured. Neither option makes you flawed. It makes you. The fifth pattern is redefining what fulfillment means. Society promotes romantic love as the ultimate source of happiness. But not everyone experiences fulfillment that way. For some people, purpose comes from career growth. For others, it comes from creativity. For others, it comes from travel, learning, or building something meaningful. You might feel deeply satisfied by friendships or solitude. You might value peace more than partnership. Research consistently shows that people who define success on their own terms report higher well-being. You are not living a half-life. You are living a complete life that does not follow the traditional script. Understanding which of these patterns applies to you matters. Some patterns represent conscious choices. Some represent emotional challenges. Self-awareness helps you decide whether this is something to embrace or something to work through. If this breakdown resonated with you, subscribe to the channel for more psychology that explains real behavior. Comment below and tell me whether one of these patterns matched your experience. And watch the next video to keep understanding how your mind actually works.